What is up, Cowboy Nation? It's Dallas Fan 1997 here, and today we're going to do the pregame video of when my Dallas Cowboys take on the Washington Commanders. Before I get started, prayers for Damar Hamlin. I didn't make a video on it because I didn't want to get notoriety based on his name and all that stuff. I don't believe in that. But I'm glad that he's doing okay. Going through a cardiac arrest is a really scary thing. Known people that have gone through it, and it's really serious. And just glad that he's doing okay. I'm glad that he's awake, that he's alive, that he's talking, that he's recovering quite well. So prayers to him, shout out to him, and shout out to the Lord Jesus Christ for sparing him, for making sure that he was okay. That was a really scary thing. But anyway, Cowboy Nation, again, shout out to Damar Hamlin. Glad he's doing well. Anyway, Cowboy Nation, sorry about that. Today we take on the Washington Commanders. We just got news yesterday, I believe, that we signed Xavier Rhodes. Xavier Rhodes is a former Pro Bowl cornerback for the Minnesota Vikings. He's also played for the Colts and recently the Buffalo Bills. He's currently on the practice squad, so he more than likely won't play today. We won't see him until playoffs, and he probably won't start. I think this is a good signing. Because of all the injuries we've had on the back end, we're a little weak right now. Of course, Deron Bland has played quite well. Trayvon Diggs is good, and Nahshon Wright is improving, but we really don't have a lot of experience outside of Trayvon Diggs on the back end right now. So it's a good signing to have Xavier Rhodes, just to have a veteran presence and experience, because that's really important when you're going into the postseason, is having players with experience that have been there before, and Xavier Rhodes has been there before, so good signing. But today we take on the Washington Commanders. I'm sorry, that took a little longer, 2 minutes in before I talk about it. It's somewhat of a meaningful game, somewhat of a meaningless game, and the reason why I say that is it's meaningful in the sense that if we win and the Philadelphia Eagles lose, the Cowboys win the NFC East for the second year in a row, and if we did that, we'd be the first team in the NFC East to do it since the Philadelphia Eagles did it back during the 2003-2004 season. There is a chance of that happening today, but considering that the Giants are going to be starting all their backups and a third-string quarterback, I don't see how the Eagles are going to lose, especially when they're playing their starters against the Giants' backups. It's possible the Giants could win, but more than likely it's not going to happen, so I'm not putting too much stock into it. We can hope for the best, but expect the worst. And then that's the reason why it could be a meaningless game, is if if the Eagles win, it really doesn't matter. It really doesn't. And then more than likely, we could still get the number 1 seed if the San Francisco 49ers lose to the Arizona Cardinals, but more than likely that's not going to happen either. So keys to this game, run the football, keep the ball on the ground, minimize the turnovers, especially Dak Prescott's got to really take care of the football. He's playing against a lot of backups today for the Washington Commanders, and Dak just needs to get a streak going where he's protecting the football, especially going into the postseason. He needs to end the season on a positive note in a game with no turnovers. No turnovers from Dak today. Got to run the football, keep it on the ground, utilize time and possession, and score. Defense, the key is going to be stopping Sam Howell and Antonio Gibson in that running game that the Washington Commanders have. Finding a way to stop the run is super important. Getting pressure on the quarterback, we need to start doing that again. We need to get some pressure and get some confidence on defense for the pass rush going into the postseason. It's very important we do that. Getting turnovers is important, and also minimizing penalties. We can't be having, neutral zone infractions, stuff like that. We just need to play some clean football and put some pressure on Sam Howell, find a way to stop the run, and stop the Washington Commanders. Really, the biggest importance of this game, in my opinion, is we just need to get out of this game as injury-free as possible. Now, we are getting Jonathan Hankins back for the playoffs, thank goodness, supposedly, and Leighton Vander Esch, so that'll help. We've had some injuries. We'll hopefully get Tyler Biotish back for the playoffs. I'm hoping that at least if he does come back, he's at least 75-80% healthy, because high ankle sprain is tough to come back from, so let's hope that he's healthy. But the main goal today is just to get out of this game injury free. We need to be as healthy as we can going into the playoffs, because we got a shot this season. We got a shot, but we need to be healthy, and we need to play some good, smart football, minimize the turnovers. So the key to this game really is all the things I just mentioned: run the football, minimize turnovers, minimize penalties, utilize time possession, put pressure on the quarterback, stop the run as much as we can, and get some turnovers. And the biggest key of all, just get out of this game injury-free. Get out of this game as injury-free as possible. Let's hope that there's no major injuries. Praying to God that there isn't. And that's not really funny, but let's just pray that there's no major injuries. We get out of this game injury-free so we can be healthy going into next week, more than likely in the playoffs. I mean, there's a possibility we could get the first seed, but more than likely we're going to be playing next week. So let's just hope that we can get out of this game injury-free, Cowboy Nation, and be as healthy as we can for the playoffs. All right? I'll come to you guys after the game with my thoughts and opinions. I'll catch y'all later. Peace.